Hello, Mr. Graven. I want you just to come inside my little head and just see the way I think and how I've been, what I took from this 9 weeks. If I'm being really honest, coming into this class, I wasn't really excited. I took something similar in my bachelor's involving leadership skills, and I felt I was gonna be repeating the same things for 9 weeks. But if I'm honest, I think the approach my professor had in bachelor wasn't really the correct one. I I can safely say that I learned 4 times more in these 9 weeks that I learned in 4 months taking that class, and that says a lot about you and how digestible you made all the information you were giving us. I mean, it had been some a staple from this master in general, how you make these concepts just so easy to understand when you have to reflect on them in a practical way and in a practical scenario. That was the simulation and the case study we did. I mean, 6 styles of leadership was something I've never heard of until I got in this class, and it's something it's eye opening. It's eye opening how you usually have this view of who a leader is, and you always see this guy, that has a lot of confidence and has good oral skills and can really deliver the message. And you taught us that there's no just no model of a leader. There's not a stereotype. It can be who anyone and in any situation with any set of skills. And I think these 9 weeks were really productive for me, especially just to uh, take a time out and stand and just look inside and see who I am and what skills do I have so I can capitalize on them and really use my strength in my favor. It's usually, they make you see your weakness and they want to develop your weakness, and it was refreshing to just to concentrate more on what you can do, and knowing that this is something you know how to and something you can use. It it it's I think it's easier to capitalize on your strength than to like try to evolve and get better in your weaknesses. It's not that I won't do it, but I think in a short term, capitalizing on your strengths is just more effective. Uh, the simulation and the case study were interesting, to say the least. You already know me by now. You know I'm really competitive, and just putting me in that environment makes me get excited, and I like results. Uh, so now you're gonna see a slide about the next topic. Emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is it's a concept I've been acquainted with since my childhood, and I need to thank my mom and my dad for that. They have always mentioned it to me and have always told me how important it is, and I think it reflects on the test we took, the 6 second in emotional intelligence model. Um, Out of the three parts, there's know yourself, manage yourself, and give yourself. I'm in a functional level in the three of them, and I think it's quite to the point. It's really, I think it. I wasn't surprised actually when I saw it. I knew through these years I've noticed I can manage myself in stressful situations, and I know how to react to emotions. But in know yourself, my one of my problems is recognizing patterns, and it's true. I've noticed now that after you take the results, you really have to sit down and reflect on them, and I saw recognizing patterns really is a problem. I know I react that way, and I keep putting myself in the same situation, and I keep reacting the same way, and it's not that I react in a bad way, maybe not the best, and I know it, and I just kept doing it. So that's one of the things I have to work on. Another one is engaging intrinsic motivation. That's part of managing yourself. I knew this even before taking the test. I knew this was going to be a struggle because in a daily basis, I'm not always motivated, and at the end, I try to deliver the work anyway. I'm going to deliver. I like delivering. I don't like people to. I don't like not doing what I'm supposed to. So, but at the end, if you're not motivated, you're not gonna deliver the same quality. And I know it, and I know I need to work on this, and I need to find something intrinsic from inside that can really motivate me day to day basis, and not simply looking forward to the 30 and the 15 when they pay. But out of this, exercising optimism is one of my strengths, and this is something that has been inside me since I'm a kid. You gotta be smart to know what you can and can't control. And if you can't control it, there's no point of stressing about it because it's out of your control and you have nothing you do will change it. So when I see myself in a problematic situation, something stressful, if I know I cannot do anything about it, there's no point of me of just sitting down and getting depressed or stressed. I just move forward, and I'll say it'll get solved or it'll get better at any point. So that's one of my highest scores in the model about give yourself. I I saw this and I was like give yourself what, but it's giving yourself something to look up to, so something to from the future, getting goals, and there I'm actually pretty high, and I said if I would taken this exam 1 year ago, probably this was gonna be one of my lowest thing, because I was working in uh, industrial engineering and I actually didn't had any plans. And coming to SHMS was the first step toward my main goal. And my main goal is to go back home and take control of the hotel for the family. I think it has a lot of potential that is not being used to properly, and coming to the HMS to acquiring the knowledge is the first step. After that, actually, I'm right now in Barcelona. I'm starting my internship here. You already knew that, Mr. Gribbin, but that's my second step. I'm just taking, gaining experience. Actually, I already talked to my family, and if the opportunity comes, I'm staying in Europe or wherever work takes me. And after maybe a couple of years, I'll come back and just come back and say I'm here. I'm here for us, for the family business, and I'm here to take control of this. But this is the tricky part. My grandfather is really stubborn, and he won't let go. I know that, so that's why I know I need to prepare myself well. So when I get back, they can look up to me now. That after taking the Gallup survey, where you analyze and they tell you which are your five primary strengths, I saw some similarities about what I think about myself and some things that I didn't actually notice until I saw the results. Ranger being number one is basically just making it work and delivering. I think that something has always characterized me. I like delivering, and that's something really important for me. After that, most of them are some strategic thinking, and think it's more of because of my background and what I studied. You can see all those small components, just putting them together, it and get the whole picture. That's how I always try to do it. But I think it's for me it's hard putting myself in a hierarchical position between my peers, because it's awkward. It's awkward when you have the same level and you're all students, and you're trying to impose yourself over them to make decisions, or just because you were put in that position. I think it's something I have to start working in, and have to start putting myself out there, and to just getting myself involved more in the decision making. It's something that during these 18 weeks always happen. I don't like doing what I want to do, or like doing what I'm saying in a group. At last, I just want to say thank you for making me a little better than I was when I started this class 18 weeks ago, actually 9 weeks ago. But the whole process has been really good, and I'm really grateful for having the opportunity of being part of the SHMS family. And see you soon.